Finding time to write. One of the toughest things to do as a writer, particularly in this busy world, is finding time to write. Hello, I am author Denise Turney, and I'm the author of one of my books, Love Pour Over Me. And you can find me online at Chistel, Chistel.com. So what is this Chistel.com YouTube show about? Again, finding time to write. This is very important because if you don't find time to write, you might do something that I've been writing over 40 years. Started writing when I was very, very young. Uh, One of the things that I sometimes even wrestle with today, after decades of writing, is just thinking about a story. So if you don't find time to write, may daydream. You may keep telling yourself you're going to sit down and do it. Uh, you may market, particularly if you have existing books. Now I have 6 published books on the market, working on 2 others right now, which I might release close to simultaneously, which would put me with 8 published books. But I keep marketing my existing novels even as I'm working on new material. So I can just keep marketing and say, I'm going to work on that next book. I'm going to finish it and I'm going to get it out. Next thing I know, months have gone by and it still hasn't been released. So unless you're dealing with a publisher or an editor who has a strict deadline, and that's why they are so tough with writers, because we're creative people. We have these colorful imaginations, and we can just think about something and not get to it. Some people think about their friends and their family all the time, but they don't call them or visit them. So it's the same thing with writing. So finding the time to write. Number one, if you have family, you have to let them know that this, even though it's a creative art, it's something that you love. In order to produce results, you have to be disciplined. As disciplined as an athlete, as disciplined as somebody who goes out and commutes to work and works a job, whether they're in sales, whether they're in human resources, whether they're a psychoanalyst, whatever they're doing, it requires discipline, some level of discipline. You are going to have to incorporate that into your routine as you find time to write. So you might tell your family, instead of everybody thinking that you're a writer, particularly if you're married or you have a significant other and they bring in a portion or a large, a small or a large portion of the income that comes into your entire household. People might think, oh, you're a writer, she got time to babysit, go pick up the laundry, go do something with the car, go to the bakery, all kinds of things. For them, your neighbors, your friends, so you're going to have to let them know that yes, this is a creative art, but I'm bringing in income from this. This is no less a part of my livelihood than the job that you work. So I know I can't babysit all day and write, because I can't focus that way, because children deserve proper care. And so, no, I can't do that. So you have to take them somewhere where they can get proper care so I can write. So finding time to write, to make those clear guidelines with your family, number one. And then whether you live at home or not, you set a writing schedule. Like, tell yourself that I am going to write. If you work a full-time job, maybe it's before you go to work, when you get home from work, or on the weekends. Maybe you say, you know what? I'm going to take Friday night and I'm going to write 5 hours. I'm going to take Saturday and write 5 hours. That's 10 hours right there. Or you could just write 1 or 2 hours 5 days a week. Either way, you knocked out 10 hours. So however you schedule it, that's another way to find time to write. You might want to put it on your calendar if you have a day planner to write it in there, but stick with it. You don't want to just write it down and then not do it. The same way you commit to exercising every day. Say, I'm going to exercise in the morning. I'm going to exercise when I get home. I'm going to take a walk during my lunch break. And then stick to it. You can't just think about it. You have to actually do it. Because just thinking about it is not going to get it done. You're not going to get the results from thinking or daydreaming about something that you get if you actually physically took the action and did it. So you have to go that step forward, finding the time to write again, creating a schedule for yourself, sticking to it. And then if you're not a morning person and that doesn't work for you, maybe you switch it and you do your writing at night. Maybe you come into work a little earlier so you can get home earlier to do some writing. And if you have, then it can give you an hour or two or more to engage with your family before you retire to bed at night. But create that schedule and then see how it feels for you and how it works for you. And if you write at least 10 hours a week, you should be able to finish a novel in a year. And then you can self-edit it and then kick it out to a professional editor and should be able to knock out a novel a year, or no less than 1.5 years with editing everything involved in that. That's if you work outside your home. If you don't work outside your home, then you can create a schedule to write every day. Maybe you're writing 4 hours a day. So you create your schedule that you're going to write from, let's say, 8 to 12, and you're going to market your books you take a break, you market your books maybe from 1 to 3, and then maybe you start working on conceptualizing another novel for 40 minutes or an hour, and then you're done. You're done for the day. So map out your schedule the same way you would do if you were working a corporate job. Again, this is author Denise Turney, and this Chisel.com, CHISTELL YouTube show was about finding the time to write, which sounds simple, but is critical, because if you don't write material, you will have nothing for readers to read, you will have nothing to market, and if you earn an income from your writing, you won't have the opportunity to do that either. So this is absolutely critical, finding time to write. Please subscribe to our Chisel.com YouTube channel, where we'll share more tips and advice with you. Bye for now. See you back here next week. Have a good one.